Everyone on YouTube shows reef tanks like perfect underwater paradise setups. Crystal clear water, no algae, glowing corals and everything thriving. But what nobody really shows you is the reality behind it. This tank has been running for about 2 years. It's a Red Sea Reefer 425 and don't get me wrong, I love this hobby. When it works, it's one of the most beautiful things you can have at home. But reef keeping has a way of reminding you that nature does not care about your budget, your plans or your expectations. And over the past 2 years I've learned that the hard way. When I started I thought it was simple. Good equipment, good salt mix, decent lighting and everything would just work. Yeah, no. What actually happens is that something dies, I try to fix it, something else reacts and suddenly I'm troubleshooting an underwater chemistry lab at 2 in the morning. Yeah. Let's talk about the losses, because this is where things started to feel personal. A copper band butterfly fish costed around €90 or $100. It died in 1 week and I still don't know why. It basically arrived, explored the tank and just gave up on life. A sand shifting goby, €50 or $55. It lasted about 2 months. It was doing its job, cleaning the sand, minding its own business and then one day just gone. No warning, no signs, nothing. Just reef tank mystery number 47. Next one, 6 Nacerius snails. They costed around €30 or $33 and they just disappeared without a trace. No shells, no remains, nothing. At this point I'm convinced they'd either escaped or they all living together somewhere with my missing anemone. And speaking of that, an expensive bubble tip anemone. €90 or $100, it completely vanished. Not died, vanished. Which is honestly more impressive than dying. It didn't melt, it didn't float, it just decided this tank wasn't for it and moved on to bigger and better things. Meanwhile, I'm still here paying for it. Now the corals, and this is where things really start to hurt. Small Montipora frags, €30 or $33. Not the biggest loss, but still. It's like they were just there to build confidence before everything else went just wrong. Then the Goniopora and Alveopora frags. €120 or $130. These looked amazing, great movement, great color for a while. And they just slowly declined. Like they lost motivation to exist. Up next, 4 hammer corals. Around €150 or $165. Some survived, some didn't. Which basically means every day you look at them like, are you okay or are you next? It's less reef keeping, more emotional monitoring. Next up, the 3 torch corals, including a banana torch and a green torch. Costed around €250 or $275, and these are the ones that really hurt. Because torches don't just die, they slowly remind you how much they cost while they're doing it. Every day a little worse and you're just standing there like, please just stay alive a bit longer. And then the worst part, my copper band decided that coral is also food, which is great if you're not the one who paid for the coral. Candy canes and other corals around €500, $550, just gone. Not slowly dying, not declining, just eaten. At that point it didn't feel like a reef tank anymore. It felt more like an all-you-can-eat buffet for that fish. Now the equipment, because it's not just livestock. I bought 2 RODI systems that both broke because the booster pump stopped working. That was €150 or $165. I also bought a microscope for Dino problem, €43 or $47. A UV sterilizer, €150 or $165, which is still running in the system sometimes. So if we add everything up, the rough total loss is around €1,800 or $1,950. And that's only what I can clearly track. Is everything my problem? Yes. Here's the part nobody really talks about. A reef tank is never really stable. There's always algae somewhere, there's always a coral that refuses to open for no reason, and there's always something that looks perfect right before it's not anymore. You can have perfect parameters, good equipment and do everything right and still lose things. That's just part of it, so why do it? Because when it works, it's honestly one of the most incredible things you can keep in your home. It feels alive in a way nothing else does. And every success feels earned. But you do pay for that success in patience, time and sometimes money. So if you are thinking about starting a reef tank, just know what you're getting into. You're not just building an aquarium. You are signing up for a long-term relationship with trial, error and occasional financial regret. But hey, at least the fish do not send invoices. Are there any things that I could have done better? Yes, for sure. Maybe I shouldn't have put a fish like a copper band with LPS corals, because yes, there is a risk that it could eat some of my LPS, and I was fine with that. Another thing is maybe I shouldn't have put coral like LPS or SPS at an early stage in this tank, because yeah, it is unstable when you start a new reef tank. The water parameters aren't perfect, so coral is struggling at that moment. Another cause was when my baby boy was born. Of course, I'm really happy with it, because that's the most beautiful thing that will happen in life. But the thing is, you don't have time. You don't have a lot of time anymore. That's why I couldn't put much time in the tank. So it was neglected for, I think, half a year at least. So now our baby boy is getting older. I got a bit more time and I want to restore the tank. But yeah, that is also one of the, no, I wouldn't call it problems, but that's one of the reasons that the tank got neglected, the corals were dying, and yeah, that costs a lot of money, but still I think it's totally worth it, because the fish are doing great, and yeah, and I'm happy with that. And the next step is just getting the water parameters back at where they belong, phosphate and nitrate down to a good and measurable thing. And finally, there is sometimes just no reason why corals are dying. My water parameters were excellent for some time and the tank was looking great, but the corals just melted before my eyes and I still don't know why. It could be brown jelly, but I would have seen it. That's just the weirdness of this tank. So, if you like this video, give it a like and please subscribe, help me on the road to 1K subscribers, because of course that's one of the goals. And yeah, I will see you in the next time. Ciao!